long players? Welcome back to the Long Play Listening Party, the show where we go deep on local music, writing, recording, inspiration, gear, and whatever else sounds good to us. Whole crew is back. Nate, Royce, and Drew. We are covering side 2 of my record, Fight Songs, this week. And should we just cut straight to it, Nate, with Hey Sleepyhead, featuring Rob Spector and Aaron Travis. Doing that punk rock thing that Rob loves to do.
What those guys do on the song?
Backing vocals.
What those guys play? Backing vocals?
Backing vocals, yep. So while we hang out, this is like a very intentional side 2. Like flip the record over, reset, and a deliberate kind of echo of Cookie energy-wise. So we've kind of been on the whole journey with a couple of twists and turns. Fight Song was like a big departure. And it's the only song on the record that sounds like that, with all the orchestration and the jazziness and everything. And so this is like a reassertion, like we're going back to the rock. Do 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 da do da do 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 do. Yourself up, tumble down the stairs. Hey sleepyhead, your coffee's ready. Like a normal week, we've shared each other's bed, but it doesn't look like you've been resting. When you sit, love, and you stare. There's some VK1.
Howie, is this one Taylor's version?
Yeah, Hey Sleepyhead, Taylor's version. This is specifically about, this is from when I was dating Carrie Ann and we weren't engaged or married yet, and like just those, just about the carriage, like to me, Drew, this is very specifically connected to the carriage house that I used to live in. And just like those Saturday or Sunday mornings after your partner stays over and you're happy that like it's good times, but also it's just kind of, there's a little bit of like eyeing each other across the room, like what are we gonna do today? And maybe like just a little hint of like, I love being here with you, but I could use just like a short break. Kid, you know I'm struggling. Like an hour, Throw me something. Yeah, I know I hide it on the net when I could entertain. Was that too revealing? We've all been there, haven't we?
No,
In spite of the claims,
I've been married for 15 years, and my wife needs an hour-long break from me every day.
So what I'm hearing is this song is almost as relatable to you as a Taylor Swift song.
Yeah. Something about a scarf. Yeah.
That vocal there, that's just one vocal? The one that we just listened to?
Name and try to name again. There were backing vocals doing like a new thing.
Like right there? Yeah.
Yeah. So there's Rob and Aaron. Here's a Thursday and champagne at 10 a.m. Sleepy heads and sexy boots. And then here comes the big moment.
Name and try to name again what keeps us going on. Something in the way she moves. Here's to Thursday and champagne at 10 a.m. Sleepy heads and sexy boobs. Love could be our rhythm.
There's another, that organ line.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, is that the natural tone of that organ?
Yeah, I mean, it's got the drawbars and everything, but whatever I set up on the drawbars, that was that sound.
Yeah, it was. It kind of reminded me a little bit of like a combo type of organ.
Yeah.
And not necessarily like Hammond or B3 or something. Which is a cool. It fit that song for sure.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun, dialing in.
And you're gonna have to be on me. I'll try to stand myself, but since we're gonna do this DJ style, I'm at the.
Sir, are we to infer from these lyrics that your girlfriend would stay over at your house out of wedlock?
That's correct, sir.
Says her friend will be in.
Well, I don't know if I can be part of this podcast anymore, guys.
Yeah,
I might have to log off.
Pretty racy stuff here over at the MS ride.
Is there any way to cut me out of like the rest of it?
Well, your song's coming up.
I recorded that song before I knew that you were.
Oh, I see.
The red lock stuff.
Living in Sin, yeah.
Yeah.
So Corey does some background vocals on this song, and this is the first one. We have a little suite here of songs that have nothing to do with Carrie Ann. So this is like, this is pure imagination. I was thinking about this kind of like 90s girl with a short haircut, and I don't know, the kind of girl I feel like I used to meet at parties. Maybe they're still out there. I don't know. But this is a very imaginary kind of scenario. And some different influences, right? So like definitely trying to nod to the first Foo Fighters record. And definitely doing kind of a hold steady type of thing with some of the vocals and lyrics.
Says she's sick of hanging out. This day's got to get to her.
Royce, there's a little production trick. I mean, I know you know it, but I don't know if you'll notice on first listen, there is an acoustic guitar tucked in there, heavily compressed, to just add the note definition that I wasn't getting from the electrics. And that was not something I planned. I only planned the electric guitars, and as I was mixing very late in the process, was just like, I don't know, it sounds a little thin. I'm not quite getting the notes of the chord, so I layered in an acoustic.
Gotcha.
So much. I did so many keyboard organ slides up and down on this record. I'm just sliding all over the place.
If you have an organ and you don't do any slides, I'd be wondering what's wrong with you.
Well, I worried it was too many, but it was just so much fun, and it doesn't really pop out in the mixes too much. So.
No, dude, I'm not. I wouldn't say that at all either.
But I definitely.
Fuzz tone.
What's that?
Because you
expect the fuzz tone on the guitar.
Down on Deloney Street, the greatest by far. Yeah.
So this one features Scott again playing sax. And oh man, I love this song. Almost didn't make the record. This is the one from The Dream, and I arranged it knowing I was going to send it to him So there was empty spaces for a solo and like a saxophone jam. I didn't know what he was gonna do with those spaces. But the song, there wasn't a song without them. Sent the song off to him, and the sax parts that came back, so cool. Made this song, took it from I'm not sure it's gonna work on the record to one of my favorites.
Greatest by far. Yeah, yeah.
That's such an auto-tuned sax. It's not even funny.
For the podcast listeners, we're laughing. Nate is obviously being sarcastic.
But it wasn't auto-tuned? Are you kidding me?
Destroy pieces that will never fit.
You just blew my mind just now.
I mean, I won't say I did zero tuning on the saxophones, but I try to do as little tuning as possible, including on my voice. Much more tuning on my voice than on the saxes. I try not to. But if it helps, I'll do it.
Too many words.
Is that time factor delay on the guitar?
Boonar.
Oh, it's the Boonar.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the Boonar has that, like, the repeats kind of chorus against each other. Little 404 effects on the acoustic guitar, the classical guitar part there, so like bringing in the 404. It's also, I missed talking about it, but the intro to the third song, Time I Would Spend, also has 404 vinyl sim. So like pulling in a little bit of that 404 stuff that I've been into. Scott sent these saxes over with a 1 second delay on them, just because that was whatever the default was in wherever he was recording. And it sounded awesome. I kept it. So the delays on the sax are literally, it's a 1 second delay, which has no relationship to the tempo of the song.
Good.
That's pretty cool.
It's turned in. I didn't know where this was going. I mean, I kind of told him to do like kind of James Brown things on those bridgy parts, which he sort of did, but like there's, I don't know. This makes me think of the Police for some reason. I don't know why. Like, I don't know what to compare this to, but I love what it became.
No, I can hear Police. I'll allow it.
I love it. I'm just trying to think of what my music sounds like. I'm thinking like the Police, maybe.
No, I think maybe something like guitar a little bit. There's a quality to however you recorded and mixed it that
It sounds good.
that isn't that's not a stretch. For me,
Right.
obviously,
and
Royce.
of course, I meant vibes only. I'm not trying to make a comparison, but I appreciate the ribbing. Here goes. So Nate plays organ.
That's
and
what we're here to do,
piano
Howie.
in the song. Nate, I have to tell you. So when Corey heard the whole album for the first time, one of the things he emailed me about was your piano in this song.
Yeah.
And he not knowing I had said it, he was like, "Oh, I see Nate did a little Hornsby on the key part." And I don't know if you remember, but when you sent those parts over, I was like, "Oh yeah, you went full Hornsby on that piano. That's nice."
I'll take that as a compliment
Sure.
because, who doesn't like Bruce Williams? I don't know, man. I think you got to be a
The way it
monster.
is.
That's the way it is. Didn't he play with like the Dead or Dead and Company or something for a while too?
Oh, I don't know.
I think he
Yeah, he played with somebody surprising. I don't remember.
I'm looking it up. And while I'm listening to the song, Howie, I'm looking it up.
Okay.
Where is the light? Is there a more
This is definitely much more mellow vibe.
Yeah, this almost could have gone on a different record. Like I have some more songs kind of like this with the finger picking but I don't know. It was ready. I think I like the variety. Yeah, this is the first vocal that went down. The first final vocal. Just because it was easy, you know, it's light, it's a little bit low in my range, so I kind of did them in ascending order of difficulty. So this was the first one. Didn't require a lot of share. 1% maybe.
Yeah, just survive the days until you arrive to stay. Yeah, just survive the days.
Regarding your doom metal project that we've been talking about, Howie, and the vocal treatment, you might want to go for like 5% share and then like 95% Sunny right before he hits the tree.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, Hornsby played like over 100 shows with the Dead from 90 to 92.
Wow.
And in his early life, he studied music at University of Richmond, and like played in a band with his brothers. They played like Allman Brothers covers, the band, and predominantly Grateful Dead songs. So, little tidbit, I had to figure it out.
Googling, yeah.
Yeah, like I said, if you don't like Bruce Hornsby, man, somebody, yeah, you gotta go ask somebody. So this next one is "Look the Other Way." Yes.
Look the Other Way. Yep.
Cool song from Miles.
That is Carrie Ann out of that parenthetical with this song. I'm gonna repeat myself in advance. I told this story in the demo video that's not out yet, but writing lyrics for the song was very hard. Just didn't know what to write about. And
Name that fuzz. What's the fuzz on the guitar?
Mr. Furious Audio, fantastic.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Were you using the octave fuzz?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Octave setting. So when I was writing lyrics, it was about a year ago, and I was watching The Expanse, and the scratch lyric I had in my head was I will come back to Mars, because I was in whatever season 3 or season 4 or whatever where you watch the characters be on Mars for a while. But the science fiction vibe, it was not really fitting with the record, and it was only a scratch lyric anyway. And at some point I realized, our cat's name is Miles, which kind of sounds like Mars. So this turned into this song imagining all the crimes I would commit to afford to get money to buy medicine for our sick cat. And it's a lot of crimes. I would do a lot of crimes if the cat needed it.
Gotcha.
And so I assume that the metaphor is drugs and you, right?
The song's not metaphorical.
I'm sorry. I know.
He's like, no, I would really kill you for my cat.
Yeah, in the context of the song. It's, one of the fun things to do. This is what I do. In a way, this is like a Mars Light song, right? Because one of the fun things to do with songwriting for me is to take a real emotion or situation and then like elevate it the way you would in a science fiction movie or a comic book or fantasy novel or something like that. And that's kind of what this is kind of a noir fantasy of the cat needing medicine. Carrie Ann got a huge kick out of that, of course, which is why she added, like, she's very into this song and like added the parenthetical to the title and everything.
Nice.
Love it.
Yeah.
Nice banger to kind of cleanse the palate and set us up for the last real song on the record. So, did I miss you? ?
So why November 1st?
Do we get the answer to that?
Why November 1st? Oh, why release the album?
Yeah.
It was kind
Dia
of...
de los Muertos.
It was...
Sorry.
Yeah, you're fine. You're doing great.
He's right.
That's you.
It just fit in the schedule, basically. I mean, so I put out the mixtape like 2 months ago is all. And I've learned, I mean, my personal opinion, don't put out music between Thanksgiving and New Year's. Because you don't have any, not that I'm on any list, but like, people are not in new music mode. Between Thanksgiving and New Year's, everyone's looking back at the year that just happened.
Yeah.
So this was like kind of the latest date before Thanksgiving. I can hit a Bandcamp Friday. We got a couple weeks to promote. And then, Mr. Furious will kind of lay low until January.
Okay.
So, do we get an answer to this? So, did I miss you? Is it in the song? Are you going to tell us the answer?
Well, I don't know. It's a literal question to Carrie Ann, and I don't know if I know the answer. So, I don't know if any of you guys can identify with this or like. Carrie Ann likes to be missed, right? Like if she goes on a trip, she wants to hear that I miss her. And when she gets home, she wants to hear how much I missed her. And I'm not sure. It takes a long trip for me to kind of get there. Right? Like, and I kind of don't think about it that way necessarily. You're there and I'm here and I know when you'll be back. And I definitely like it when you're here. But a break is good as well.
He wants you to demonstrate object permanence.
Yeah.
Oh, enlighten
I
me.
think that's all it is.
Okay. So the question really goes back to her, right? So this song is me like, here's me putting my own feelings in my own words. You decide if I missed you or not. I don't know what to say because those aren't the words that come naturally to me.
Doesn't mean we're not.
Like, I'm really happy you're back.
What can I say?
I had an okay time. You know,
You gotta start doing this all the time when she leaves the room for 5 minutes.
Just play the song.
So glad you're back. I'm so glad you're back.
That's one way to change the vibes for sure.
Catches a glimpse that makes me
it's like at this age and at this stage, you know, I'm where I'm at right now, basically. You know, just that's what I'm doing. Or I'm taking some of these things to you know, somewhere else with a bunch of other people, you know, and do that. Then I'm bringing them back here, and you know, it's like and then now I'm happy. You're back.
You gotta start acting genuinely surprised that she chose to come back.
Holy shit! I didn't know you were gonna fucking be back. I was just assuming.
Oh, you took a bag. I thought you moved out.
Yeah.
like the times when the grief got over.
Scott on the saxophones again, of course.
I get scared, I'll be on.
Really good or really bad that I chose to sit in the garage where all this leftover beer is.
I think it's good. I think it's been great.
Is that an Odell's or is that a what is it?
Me and my friend Dale over here.
Dale. That's a Dale's. There you go, buddy.
Yeah.
Dale's Pale Ale. No, I think you made the right decision.
Feels alright. Oh, that's some smooth jack.
Yeah.
When the estate of Sonny Bono does the podcast, just keep a running tally of how many cans I've been putting away, and I don't know.
That's our defense.
I haven't talked to my lawyer.
This was a weird one to program because the whole song, but the verse riff especially, has this real like drag feel to it. That da 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 da. Like each note just really drags and it has this lopsided feel, and like figuring out how to program that took some.
But I could see a little, you know, Dave Matthews dumping sewage off the bus, tour bus, and that one.
I don't know. That one really, I might object to that one.
I mean, it's a little sort of like some of his slower tunes that I used to like, and I don't think I do anymore.
But I'm pretty sure it's under 4 minutes, though, right? So, do I get some credit for that? Maybe.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
How did you tackle that?
It's 3:44.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not
4 minutes of raw sewage, man. That's still a lot of raw sewage.
3 minutes and 44 seconds.
Wait, Royce had a question. Let Royce ask his question.
You were talking about programming and dragging Phil. How did you accomplish that?
I mean, there's a grid, and it was just trial and error. Reaper will
Kick snare.
Yep, and Reaper will subdivide down to like 128th notes. So just figuring out exactly how many 128th notes back the snare needed to lay.
Each snare.
Are you allowed to program anything off grid? Does it work that way?
I think you can. I don't know how Reaper works, but I know for sure in Pro Tools and probably in Logic you can set an offset.
It only takes a spark.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can.
So it quantizes everything somewhat though, like to some even subdivision of a note.
I think Reaper cannot have MIDI timing smaller than a 128th note. I could be wrong about that, but that's what I found. Real quick, so this is a bonus track, Speed Lab featuring Tim Gillespie. This is not about a fight. This is an attempt to tell a sort of James Bond story, but partially decolonized.
Oh, I thought it was about making meth.
Nah.
Oh, okay. You can kick me out if you want to.
No, you're this is great. I love this so much.
Outside, how can I repair?
This is actually the oldest song, so this goes all the way back to 2006.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Royce, you've got notebooks probably that old, right? This is the same thing.
Yeah, but there's nothing any good in there.
There's some gems. I bet we could polish some things up.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe that wholly.
Make them notice.
I really like this.
It's punchy. Yeah, it's fun. Well, one of my favorite little things is those little organ fills, like right in here. Just a little ostinato, not really ostinato, but that repetitive little fill.
Yeah, when that sax came in, I almost made me think of like Springsteen a little bit.
Totally.
Watching over me, man. Imperial potential to manufacture free land with your speed lab. Watching over me, man. Imperial potential to manufacture.
It's kind of nonsense. I mean, I kind of jammed a story in there, but like, it's kind of nonsense, but I just love the sounds. I love the core. I love the way it moves. I love the melody. It just had to be something.
So now we have Naked Guy Takes 7 for Fight Song.
Come here. You would be dressed for the occasion.
Absolutely zero tuning on any of this one. It's just raw. This is just how it went down. Live. There are two mics, like pointed at the guitar, pointed at my face. But this is
And so what was the thought behind recording it this way?
Well, I just needed a bed to build the actual recording around, because the timing, it's all feel. There's a pulse, but it's not consistent. This cannot be mapped, or someone could, I'm sure, but like I was not going to map this out or make a click or anything like that. So I needed a guide. I needed a take that I could listen and like actually. So then from here, I played the bass and then played the real guitar part, and then put the real vocal on it to
Okay.
have so that's then what you hear in the album, and that's what I sent to Scott to say, now can you do a little orchestration on this? But I just had to have like a starting point.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay, this makes more sense. But on its own, it's a very interesting version of the song.
Yeah, Carrie Ann likes this one. I think more than the big one. I was trying to do a vocal take that I could use, and it's a decent vocal take, but like it was just too hard to play guitar and sing this song all at once.
Never fell for them. Never fell for them. When I can make the words my own, you'll be the first to hear them. And everything you care to know has been between us since I saw you, love, on the steps in May.
I can't believe that's the quietest we've been on the whole show.
You set the mood.
I guess.
Yeah, man, it's I like that.
That's a really good record, Howie.
Thank you.
Man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate you guys listening to it with me, and
Congrats, man.
Good job. Good job, you all involved. Really good collabs.
yeah, and that really, it needs that spice, right? Like, it's really, I know it's like 90% me and it's a solo album, but like those collaborations and having that little different element to so many of the songs really takes it over the
it
top.
helps a lot. Yeah, that's been my experience with reaching out and asking for input.
Yeah, that's kind of what you did with your unreleased Digitone project, right?
Yeah. That's probably finished that. But yeah. Yep.
Cool. Well, I hope people will check it out. You can find it at mrfuriousrecords.bandcamp.com and on all the big streaming platforms. And thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoy it. I probably won't make another one like this. It took 14 years to assemble these songs, and part of me wishes I had another batch that I could do. But the truth of it is I don't. And I've never repeated myself. If I could repeat myself, I'd do it with this one. Because I love this a lot, but that's just not how I write.
Well, I was gonna. I was gonna wonder or ask you if if this would be a record you'd consider playing live with, and
Yeah, for sure.
other musicians and what you would focus on doing, which I would guess be vocals, but
I'd want to play bass for sure.
Okay.
I mean, the bass is the most important thing to me, but like that's just not it's not gonna happen. I'm much more interested. I mean, it would be super fun if I could push a button and that would happen. I would absolutely do it. But finding people and rehearsing and getting gigs sounds much less fun to me than
just
making a synth record or making a Tom Petty sounding record or just doing something different. So I know that with my limited time, I'm just going to make something different.
It's really hard to teach other people your own music if you're not paying them anything.
Yeah, you're right. It takes a special relationship. Luckily, that's one that you and I have.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Dark Satellites works pretty well. I guess you've paid me a little bit.
And I mean, if it was something that you're like, I might want to do that. Like, I would be, I wouldn't be like, so you think, what kind of contract is this? I mean, I would learn your song, like learn the songs, and like, would be happy to play them just to play them. But I understand, like, it's probably much more, moving on or whatever, making more music, different music is probably a better prospect at this point.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know about better and like
or maybe easier.
No,
why not do both?
I get what you're saying, for sure, and it would be fun to play. But yeah, I just know, like, already today, like, I spent the time between work and meeting up with you guys on the 404, working on something. And it's fun to listen to this and like get it out there and like, but like I already know, like I'm just kind of already moving on in my head. I have thought about if I wanted to do another recording like this, it would probably be, I could probably come up with a few new songs and do some covers and maybe covers of Mr. Furious artists or something to like round it out. And like, I could probably put together 10 songs, including some covers and do a thing. But I just don't know. Even that is kind of like, do I really want to do it again? I don't know. It'd be easier the next time, I guess.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's always, I mean, that was just a question I was wondering. I mean, it makes sense why, just to get on to the next thing, because there's a lot of stuff I think all of us want to do and have in our heads and are looking forward to moving on to, even when we're working on something in the moment. So
yeah, Fight Songs is exactly what I hoped it would be. It exceeded my expectations. A bunch of experiments happened to work, and I pushed myself to new levels in some ways, like with the bass and with the vocals and with the mixing. And so like it all turned out better than I hoped. The guests are amazing. And so I'm just very happy with what it is, and I don't need to make it into anything else. It's exactly what it's supposed to be, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Good record, dude.
Cool. I appreciate you guys. This has been
Good job, Howie.
a Long Play listening party. I'll catch everybody next week. Later.
Peace.